Okay, let's go.
I wasn't really gonna kill ya. I was just gonna cut ya. Forget it.
Hello, Bots and Books fans, this is Scorp1701, and tonight we are going to be taking a look at another awesome Jakks Pacific The Simpsons character, and that is going to be the surly bartender Moe. Yes, Moe the bartender, or Moe Szyslak, or Moe Szyslak, however you want to say his name. Moe is the grumpy bartender that has been serving Homer all of these years, and he has been a fun character to watch, and I think over the years they have softened him up to make him more family friendly. He's not as psychotic as he was in the first couple seasons, but he is still a little bit shady, I think. But anyway, taking a look at the awesome figure, it comes in your standard The Simpsons box. You have The Simpsons all around this thing with Homer and Bart, 4+. You can see Moe in the packaging there. You have Matt Groening, Jakks Pacific, The Simpsons. On the top, you got Marge and Maggie. You have Moe and Warnings. On the left side of the box, you have Lisa coming in there and the rest of Homer. On the right side, you have Simpsons, and then you can see Moe's ugly mug. Coming to the bottom of the box, you do have some credits for the box. And over here is a barcode. Now, this is a special barcode. I got this at Macy's for $12.99. They put their own special barcode on it, so I don't know if that's going to help you as much as it would if it was just a regular barcode. But that is, in case you want to look for him, maybe they'll find him at Macy's. On the back of the box, you do have 20th Television, TM, Matt Groening, blah, 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 The Simpsons, Moe in his full statue. You have Snowball 2 and some other figures in this line. Now, this was the second wave, and they went ahead and added Homer again, but then they added Lisa and Krusty. And I'm still debating on if I want to pick up Krusty. I probably will. You can't have a Simpsons show without Krusty because he is iconic. And then you got some more credits for the box down here, and that is pretty neat. And that is going to be Moe in the box. And I know people don't want to see Moe in the box. I don't. So let's get this grumpy Gus out and see what kind of service he can provide. And here we have Moe out of the package. And out of the package, he stands approximately 4 3/4 inches tall. He comes with his phone, a bar rag, and his apron, all of which we'll take a look at in just a moment. But first off, I want to take a look at this successful businessman himself. And coming in real close on Moe's ugly mug. Now, this is a very ugly mug. And don't worry, we all know he has an ugly mug. And in fact, they made an entire episode about where they tried to hide his ugly face or some stickers and stuff when he won the Duff Man of the Year for the calendar. It was really funny. But anyway, take a look at the toy. He has got a very unique face. Okay, we'll go with that. And his nice forehead, and he has some overgrown eyes popping out of his head, and he has white eyes with one black pupil, nose, and nice stern mouth, I guess you could say. Nice profile, got some ears, and his gray curly hair. Now, that's changed over the years. Sometimes it was black in the earlier episodes, then it got gray, so I guess dealing with Homer over the years kind of ages you. And coming down, let's zoom out just a little bit so we can see. We were able to take off his apron to reveal that he is wearing a blue short sleeve shirt. He's got his nice bow tie there. I like that. Coming down, has a nice black belt and some light gray pants as we zoom all the way out. Coming down to some black shoes. On the bottom of the feet, you just got some peg holes. If you want to post him somewhere, you can do that. And coming around to the back, nothing that you wouldn't expect on his shirt, except you do get some copyright information, 20TV MG, Jakks Pacific, made in China, CE, UK, CA. So yeah, that is pretty cool. And that is pretty much all that Moe looks like. And I'm glad that they did include the apron as a takeoff piece so you could actually see what he looks like underneath there and actually give him two looks, as it were. All right. And that is what Moe is going to look like. Moving on. And for articulation, starting at the head can go around 360 degrees. You do get a little wiggle waggle in it, left, right, forward, backward, not much. Coming to the shoulders can come up from the body and then back down, then go around 360 degrees. Coming down, you do have a small bicep here, which is attached to the elbow joint, so the entire arm itself can go around 360 degrees. And when you come to the elbow bend, there you go, that is good, a little over 90 degrees. I like that. The forearm cannot move independently of the main arm because it is connected. That will bring us to the hand. It can go around 360 degrees. This particular hand is hinged, so it can come in and out, up and down, depending on how you have it set. Coming to the center of the body, Moe does have 360 degrees of waist articulation. That is very nice. Coming down to some very good legs. They will go up about 90 degrees. I like that. Coming down, you do get a little bit out to the side, and you don't get any back because the butt gets in the way. So that is really what you're going to do there. There is no thigh articulation. Well, maybe a click or two, but not anything I would say is there. And coming down, you do have a very nice knee bend, hidden like all the Jakks specific knee bends are. Doesn't exactly get you 90 degrees, but it's good enough for my liking. And there is no boot cut or lower leg cut, and that will bring us down to the foot. And the foot can go around 360 degrees, and it has a slight rock to it, so it goes in and out, down and up. So yeah, that is a really nice and subtle articulation in the foot. That is really cool, and that is going to be Moe's articulation. Moving on. And for accessories, Moe comes with his apron, and it's really nicely done in a blue-green kind of coloring. You have your armholes up here. It is one piece. It stretches around. That is cool. You can put it on him, and on the back it will tab closed. You have a little tab section here and a port section there, and just put it together, and that will close it up. And that looks really nice, and he could wear this and look all official when he's serving his drinks at the bar, which I don't have. Hopefully they'll put one out, but this is just a little magic sponge. But it does okay, I think. And I'm glad it was removable because he actually now has two distinct looks. And that is Moe's apron. And for Moe's next accessory, he comes with a little bar rag. Now, there's not much to this. It's just molded in white plastic, and you got a little bit of ridges in there to make it look like a rag. There's a little rounded part up here at the top, so maybe you could put it on his hand on the back. There isn't anything that could peg into a hand, which I think would be helpful if you wanted to have this stick there, but you could put it on his hand and put the other one on there so it looks like he's wiping something down or he's holding it, so it looks all right, I guess. And not a lot to say about this little thing. It is a bar rag. And finally, Moe comes with his illustrious red phone, and this is a really neat accessory. You can pick up the receiver from the base, and it is nicely molded and sculpted, all in red. You got the little wire that's connecting to the phone. Yes, kids, back in the day, we had phones, and they were connected, and we couldn't move very far, and, you know, this is the line. And it's not really bendy wire, but it does move around really cool. I like that. And then you come to the base, which is nice and red, and you got the numbers picked out in white. I love that. Nothing really on the bottom. It is just a solid kind of piece. Well, actually, it could be two pieces molded and stuck together, but that is really neat. And Moe can hold the phone and talk to whoever is trying to call the bar.
Phone call for Al. Alcoholic. Is there an alcoholic here? My crotch. My crotch. Hey, has anybody seen my crotch lately? Jock Strap. Hey guys, I'm looking for a Jock Strap. Ivana Tinkle. Ivana Tinkle. Alright, everybody put down your glasses. Ivana Tinkle. Huge ass. No, somebody check the men's room for a huge ass.
I'm huge ass.
Telephone.
And that is really cool. Alright, and that is Moe's accessories. Moving on. And full comparison. Now, this is the part of the show where I usually do the comparison with the Playmates Moe, but unfortunately, I didn't snag up the Playmates Moe 20 years ago, so here's a picture of it in its packaging, which the packaging is very nice. I think Jakks Pacific could save a little money by putting these on blister cards instead of the big boxes, but I don't know. If you fold a blister card up into a square, it might be the same amount of packaging either way. And getting Moe out of the package to compare him with the Jakks Pacific, you can see the Playmates Moe looks pretty much the same. He has darker hair, he has an angrier face, and has his bow tie, has a blue shirt and a white apron, and gray pants and black shoes. Pretty much comparable to what we got here. When it comes to accessories, they both have phones, they both have bar rags, but the Playmates Moe comes with a beer, and I think that is a accessory that the Jakks Pacific really needed to have. If not a beer, then maybe how about a flaming Moe, which may have been a little more family friendly, but when it comes to the Playmates Moe's articulation, he could move his head, his arms, and a little bit of a waist articulation. No elbows, no knees, no feet. So, yeah, the Jakks Pacific, as always, will beat out the Playmates when it comes to articulation. And that's pretty much the comparison with the Playmates Moe and the Jakks Pacific Moe. And for comparison, here you have Moe with Homer. And they look great together. Can't wait to get Lenny, Carl, and Barney to fill up the rest of the bar, which, again, I hope we get. But, for the time being, this works. And finally, for comparison, here you have Moe trying to pick up Midge for the 100th time. Yes, he doesn't really even know her name. He calls her Midge instead of Marge, but it's still funny to see that. And every time Homer comes in, he's like, has no clue what Moe's trying to do, and Moe gets frightened and runs off. One of those funny running gags through the years. And that is going to be your comparisons. Moving on. And this has been the Jakks Pacific, The Simpsons, Moe Szyslak, Springfield's favorite disgruntled bartender. And this was a very fun figure to play around with. Jakks Pacific continues to put out some awesome Simpson figures, starting with the sculpt and mold. It is great. Looks exactly like Moe is supposed to look, all the way down to his little turned up nose. I like that. The colors are very bright and vibrant. The articulation is top notch when it comes to such a small figure. Jakks Pacific has really figured out how to get those joints in there, to get them all moving tight and somewhat hidden when it comes to the knees and others. So very happy with the way this figure moves. As for accessories, I love the fact that his apron can come off. Again, it gives him two separate looks, and it allows you to utilize the articulation in the legs without being hindered. I like the bar rag. It's common enough for a bartender to have one of those. The phone, definitely a must-have when you're talking about Moe. Having him answer Bart's prank calls has become so iconic in pop culture, and the only thing he is missing is a flaming Moe or some sort of beverage. Unfortunately, the white sponge does not come included with this toy, so you'll have to find something else to act as a bar. But hopefully Jakks Pacific will start giving us 5-inch playsets down the road. Now, they do have playsets for the little 3-inch figures, but I'm looking for something at a larger scale. And that's pretty much it for Moe. If you are looking for him, you can find him at your local retailers, and he will go anywhere between $11 to $14, depending on where you pick him up. And if you are looking, happy hunting. And that's it, guys. That is the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great night, and until next time, keep playing.
Ouch! I better go check on Bonnie.